Hello everybody. Welcome to Heather's Happy Hour, episode 17. Can't believe it. Thank you for joining me today. Maybe I shouldn't wear this sweater. Hold on. I'm gonna cut the mic. So, as I'm waiting for you guys to join me, feel free to settle in, ask any questions per usual. I was gonna set up the lighting, but it's fine. It's gonna take too long, and I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. I'm just blah today anyway, so let's see. Hey Tony, hi Joseph, hi. Can you guys hear me okay? Let's see. Hi Tyler. Let's see, let me pop out the chat for a second. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna plug in the mic. Here we go. Hey, can you guys hear me? I hope that's better. Is it me or is it just blurry? Is it blurry? Let me know if it's blurry, guys. Better? There are a couple things that can be causing that. It could be, I could set up the lighting and you guys could just watch me do that. Is it blurry or when you say not really, is it not really blurry or it's blurry or not really better? Hi Carissa, hi Jesse. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that the blurriness is tolerable. You don't need to see me in like 4K anyway, so I'm assuming it's fine. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going. So, hi Jonathan. Okay, yeah, Tyler, I'm guessing that everyone else is good. So maybe, I don't know, reload, refresh. But it also could just be me. I'm running on a really low bit rate here, so. But anyway, so it's just pixelated. Yeah, you know what? Okay, fine. I'm gonna set this up. All right, I've set up the lighting. So while I set up the lighting, today what I'm gonna be talking about is specifically how to get out of a how to get out of a slump, because I just got out of one that was like a month and a half long. So hopefully yours don't last that long. But reflecting and looking back, I kind of wanted to share a little bit about how I got through it, and mostly for me, so that next time I go through it, I can rewatch this live stream and be like, all right, this is how I got through it last time. But also, you know, if you can learn anything from my own experience, which is pretty much the basis for my entire channel, that's what I want to impart to you guys. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. But while I set up this lighting, feel free to ask me whatever you would like. Okay, greetings from Mark and James. Awesome. So anyway, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. So if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to ask. I have to do a shameless plug, obviously. You guys know I've been talking about it a lot in my most recent videos. I just launched a Patreon, and I want to give a special shout out to my first 7 patrons I think I'm on. Thank you so much for supporting me. It just means a lot. It's like, I don't know, it's still really hard for me to get used to that you guys believe in me so much that you'd actually support me in this way. So I'm really excited, and I do want to give a special shout out to Techman for supporting me at the $100 level. The $100 level was actually just I put it there because I figured that would be for brands and businesses who wanted me to make sponsored content for them. So, you know, the reward is basically you give me an idea for a vlog, and it's completely up to you what I do. So I figured that businesses and brands would be like, you know, here's my product, here's my service, sell it, promote me, or, you know, maybe some person came up with like a crazy challenge video. But his only request was actually to promote my Patreon and get more people to support me in this way, because he just wants, you know, he believes in what I'm doing and just wants to see me create more content, which was like so awesomely sweet. So this is a Diva light. My brother got me this for Christmas. This is my lighting getup. So I'm gonna set this up really quick and peek in the comments. Congrats on your first 7. Yes, thank you, Carissa. So I also started daily vlogging, which you may or may not have heard. Thanks, Joseph. You've always believed in me. Thank you. Whoa. Hold up. All right, hold on. Seven, you're saying? 7 patrons, Tyler, is what I'm referring to. So I just set up a page called Patreon, and I'm sorry I'm doing this live right now. I'm running out of time. Oh, come on. So anyway, I just set up a Patreon page, and that allows my subscribers and fans to support me through a monthly subscription for as little as $1 a month. So there we go. All right. I'm assuming that's better. It's on like full blast right now though. All right, I think that's better. All right, how's that, guys? Cool. Okay, where are you filming this? Okay, first of all, Tyler, your first question. 7 what? 7 patrons. So I just set up a Patreon page, which is a platform that allows fans to support their favorite creators. So I'm going to link it in the comments right now, patreon.com/HeatherJustCreate. And I just launched it on Saturday, so I think I have 7 patrons for a total of, let's see, 138 in pledges per month, which is awesome. So there's like several levels that you can support: $1 a month, $3 a month, $10, etc. And at every level you get more content from me is basically the reward. Yeah, it's just like more content, and it allows me to keep doing what I'm doing. If you watch my videos and you are either learning or you're entertained or you're empowered or whatever, like this is what I want to continue doing. And by supporting me on Patreon, that allows me to do this and like have more time for it. So I'm going to be pushing that a lot. That's why I started daily vlogging, because I want to give you guys kind of just like a sneak peek as to the content that I would be putting out through Patreon. So yeah, even if you guys support at the $1 level, it would be awesome. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just like, it is about the money number, but to me, it's really about the number of people, the number of patrons, because when you become a patron, even at the $1 level, you join my community. So like there's a HeatherJustCreate patron only board where we can talk to each other and have dialogue. And, you know, I post about things that I'm struggling with. I get your feedback. It's like we have a dialogue that goes beyond just, here's the video I uploaded today and these are your comments on it, which is great. But
there's no dialogue in between, and there's no, I've only had the Patreon up for like 3 days, but I already like the feedback that I'm getting, which is great because I can create more content that you like. And it's so hard to get that feedback, like, in general. So anyway, check it out. So with that said, of course, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, but I'll go ahead and launch into how to stay motivated and how to get over a slump. So people used to ask me this a lot. I kind of had stopped. Well, okay, backstory. February to like mid-March was probably the hardest point on my entrepreneurial journey so far. Like, that was insanely intense. And I think it's because there were a lot of things happening with Sharespark Media, with HeatherJustCreate, with my YouTube channel, and then also personally with what I was going on. And it's just like all happened at the same time. And I felt like I lost myself, and I kind of just like fell out of a rhythm. And there were days where I just like didn't want to get out of bed. I just was like, I want to crawl into a cave and like have time freeze until I'm ready to like recharge. So that's how I was feeling. There wasn't anything, I guess, that was like directly causing that. Like I said, it was kind of a combination of things. And I think you could tell because I wasn't uploading as often. But now that I feel great, I feel awesome, I feel a renewed energy, reinvigorated, and I'm really excited to be daily vlogging. I'm nervous about it, but I'm excited. So that's what I wanted to talk about, like how I kind of got through that. So the first thing is to, hey Tuan, the first thing is to not feel guilty about being in a slump. That is the first thing, because I think it's our natural reaction, or at least for me. Always going to speak for myself. But for me, it's like, I would feel guilty for not like hustling, and not being at work and not doing work and not constantly like trying to make this work. It's like, I would just constantly be like, how come I can't? I'd be really hard on myself, basically. And that's like even worse, because not only do you feel unmotivated and like depressed, I guess, now you're just making yourself feel even worse because you're being hard on yourself for feeling that way to begin with. But I mean, it's part of the process. It's part of life. So in order to not feel worse than you already feel, accept the fact that it happens and just don't feel guilty about it. If you feel sad, fine. If you feel unmotivated, fine. That's fine. Every single person on this planet feels that way. So don't feel like you're not that you're not doing it right, or you're not working as hard as you should be. These are all things that I'm talking to myself right now, because these are things that I seriously struggled with on a daily basis when I was going through my slump. So just like embrace your negative feelings and don't feel worse than you already do feel. A lot of it is just in your head. So the second thing is to do what you got to do to write it out, because like I said, it's kind of part of it's just a normal emotional feeling that you're going to have. And sometimes you just have to go out with friends or play video games, watch a movie, not get out of bed, eat, read a book, whatever. Like, sometimes you just have to get through it, or go to the gym. And sometimes that might be enough. So that's what I would do. And luckily I have a great support system here at WeWork. I have awesome friends, and I also have a lot of different hobbies. Like, I play a lot of video games. So again, it also comes back to like, don't feel guilty, because I would feel guilty for going out. I would feel guilty for playing video games, because I was like, I should be working on my vlogs or my business or whatever. But sometimes you just need to take a break. So the third thing is to help someone. And I think this one is like not a typical suggestion when people are feeling like they're in a slump. But to me, what it is like I'm all about empowerment, because I feel that when you feel empowered, that really allows yourself to validate yourself. Like you have self-worth because you're able to provide value to somebody else, just who you are. Like even when you're feeling absolutely crappy and you're feeling like completely depressed, but you can still help someone, whether that's by hearing them vent or giving them a push, or, you know, I don't know, giving them a pep talk, or hearing them vent, or maybe giving them advice or giving your perspective, like whatever it is that you help someone, you know, you even at your lowest point, you're still able to help somebody. And that's really empowering. So Carissa, my accountability partner, has an assistant, and now I have Daniel, my intern. And actually, we were talking about this on our call last week. It's so great for us to work with them because they're learning so much from both of us, well, respectively. And it really, I don't know what it is. Like it makes you feel validated. It makes you feel reassured that you do have something to offer that someone finds valuable. So if you don't have like an assistant or an intern or like someone underneath you, then I definitely highly recommend volunteering. I have always been an advocate for volunteering. I've been volunteering since I was, I don't know, probably in 5th grade. I've been volunteering like always. I've been surrounded by volunteers. I've been heavily involved in the nonprofit community. And it's just nice to help somebody who's less fortunate, just, you know, feeling behind, or I don't know, just someone who's like not in their best opportunity or circumstance or whatever, and they don't know anything about you. They're not judging you. You know, they don't care about whether you have a degree or whether you're getting paid a certain amount. There's zero expectation. All they have for you is appreciation for the time that you're giving them. And it feels so good. Like that's like for real soul healing situation. So I know it too. Like when I'm feeling crappy, I force myself to come to the office because everyone here at WeWork is an entrepreneur. And when you're an entrepreneur, you know that there's something to be learned from every conversation that you have. And specifically here, I'm the only vlogger on YouTube. So people are always looking to bounce ideas off of me all the time, especially about video and video marketing and digital marketing, which is also my background. So I come here and I just jam with them. It's like, tell me what you're struggling with. And, you know, I might not provide them with the answer, but I know that when they leave that conversation, they feel either inspired, empowered. You know, it's like I help them to see a different perspective, and that just so helps you feel better about yourself. So, okay, I'm just gonna check the comments. Tyler, one question I have, feel free to answer when you like. I don't want to take over the video. It seems to me that the topic of motivation, confidence, and generally self-development are very closely tied to entrepreneurship. Is this a good assessment? Okay, hold on. Let me try to understand this. The topic of motivation, confidence, and self-development are very closely tied to entrepreneurship. So what's the question? Oh, is this a good assessment? Yeah. Yes, that is a good assessment. I would say that motivation, confidence, and self-development is like, those are major themes for entrepreneurship. But it's not entrepreneurship. I think it's just life. You know, like whether you're building a business or whether you're building a family or whether you're building like, I don't know, you want whatever your goal is, like whatever you're creating. Say you went from like never cooking in the kitchen at all to wanting to be like a chef. You know, like whatever your quest is, it's like you have to believe that you can achieve your goal, right? So I'll give you an example that's like not entrepreneurship related. I've talked about this before, but I've always hated running. Always. I hate running. I'm not a fan of running. I'm not a fan of cardio. My favorite type of exercise is either yoga or weightlifting. So I don't like like jumping and like running. I hate that. But at my previous job, we had like a physical challenge, kind of like a jogathon, to raise money for a kid who was paralyzed in a boating accident at 19, and he wanted to do his first triathlon. So we were raising money to get this guy his triathlon bike for paraplegic. And as part of the physical challenge, you had to run 75 miles. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do that. And if I'm going to run that much, I'm going to train for a half marathon. So I went from running 0 to running my first half marathon. And you best believe motivation. It's like, I hated running, period. So it was constantly like every day I had to motivate myself. Confidence to even think that me, who has always hated running, has never been on like the track team or anything, could physically do that. And, self-development, because when you're just running by yourself, there's a lot of thinking that goes on. So yeah, let's see. Hi, Steven. Okay. Having problems accessing this live stream on Android YouTube ad. Had to set Chrome to desktop version. Not sure if this is affecting viewership tonight, but happy to be here now. Thank you, Marshall, aka Tech Man. Now you know you are. But I'm sorry that there's technical difficulties. Okay, so anyway, step 4 on how to get over a slump is to remember how far you've come. So that part for me is like, oh my gosh, it's so like, that to me is probably the most important step, is because when you are just constantly feeling like the world is on your shoulders, you are treading water and not moving anywhere, you are like climbing this steep mountain that is never ending. Yeah, that's how I feel every day. Like I could physically feel this in my shoulders. But I'm so happy I vlogged, because when I made my Patreon video, if you guys haven't checked it out, I'm gonna link it again, patreon.com/HeatherJustCreate. So the video I have on there for my Patreon, I basically had to go through the early vlogs I made, like the first 15, 20 vlogs, because I needed clips. And that was when I just had absolutely no idea what I was doing. And it was so fascinating to me to hear my thought process back then. It feels like forever ago. And I'm actually surprised to watch what I was struggling with. I don't know, it's just like, it just made me feel so proud of how far I've come. And I would say that being able to rewatch my early vlogs is probably what really helped me to get over the slump. So I think I've mentioned this before. I've always been the type to document like my journey on anything. I've always blogged. I've had a Zanga, a Tumblr, a Blogspot, like a WordPress. I've always blogged, but the reason why I chose vlogging is because there was so much happening every day and there were so many things I was learning every day that I thought it would be easier to just talk rather than to type. So yeah, like my first 15 vlogs are probably boring to a lot of people because visually it's literally just me sitting in front of the laptop just talking. I mean, this was before YouTube Live came out, so otherwise I would have live streamed them to get a dialogue going. But yeah, like it was just so nice to, it's just crazy. Like it's crazy to see like how far I've come, and it just made me feel really proud and just like, I remember in one of the videos I said, the reason why I'm going to embark on this journey is because even if I fail, I could look back and say, here's what I tried doing, and there would be something to show for it. Like I specifically said, say this only lasted 6 months, then I could literally look back at all the vlogs I created in those 6 months and talk about what I learned. So it wouldn't be like I failed. Like if I failed and had to go back and apply for a job, I could talk about that. I could say like, hey, I quit my job. And I tried to start my business to promote digital literacy. I vlogged my journey on the way. And here's what I learned. Like I learned what it means to have a personal brand online. I learned what it means to be a digital content creator. And I learned, all these things. And so it's just like, I don't know, it's like so cool that I did that. And I don't think I've ever felt like proud of anything in my life until now. Because when you, like when I was working a job, it's just like you get the paycheck. Like no one cares whether you go the extra mile or not. At least in the jobs I've had, it's like, or at least the people who had the power didn't care. So obviously the people I was serving, like, Daniel, my intern, was one of my youth volunteers that I supervised. Like obviously he really cared when I put in the extra effort, but like my bosses didn't care. It's like whether I did whatever I was told to do or went the extra mile, you're getting paid the same amount anyway. So anyway, remember how far you've come. And then Tuan Bovek, thank you. And then the last, there's 2 more steps. So the 5th thing is to challenge yourself. The daily vlog thing, I know it's only been like 24 hours, 48 hours, but I'm like so amped. I'm amped, dude. I'm scared shitless, but I'm amped too. I don't know. I'm extreme. See, I go from like 0 miles to like training for a half marathon, or like, I lost my rhythm to vlog and now I'm going to vlog every day. Like I just have to be, it has to be something that I feel like is hard, so that when I do finish the challenge, I feel really accomplished. But when you're unmotivated and you're in a slump, like sometimes that's hard to do. So I would pick a challenge that's not related to whatever your goal is. So like I started writing a lot. I started playing my guitar a lot. I wanted to buy a keyboard, but I don't have enough money. But I would just find different challenges, I guess, to help me feel productive and fulfilled, even though like my vlog was like still something that was really tearing at me. So challenge yourself, figure out what the challenge is for you, make it hard enough where you can look back and be proud. So don't make it something easy, but also don't make it something unrealistic. All right. And then lastly is to talk to people. So I was going to list talk to people as one of like the first 5 things, but I actually kept it as like the last thing, because here's the thing. So when I started off my entrepreneurial journey, I talked to everybody, like everybody. And I even have a vlog on this. I was like, every time I talked to someone, my direction changed. Like I learned so much from just that one conversation. Even if it was like talking to 13-year-old Tom, or, like a teacher who was like in their late 60s or something. Like I just learned everything from every conversation, and it would shift my vision. And I remember thinking like, I think the reason why I'm talking to people is because I'm waiting for someone to tell me how to do this. Like I'm waiting for someone to tell me the answer and to exactly give me the plan to take me to success, So it's like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. But the thing is, it's like no one can give you the answer on how to become motivated, or to accomplish your goal, or to get out of a slump, or to hit the finish line. Like this is your own journey. So the only person who's going to come up with that answer is you. And the way that someone else accomplishes whatever your goal is might not work for you. So it definitely, that's why I save this talk to people as like the last step, because I definitely think it's therapeutic and it's good for you. Humans are social creatures, so I think it's good for you to vent, to get different perspectives, to learn from different experiences. But also know that like it would be really rare for you to have a conversation with someone and then just like all of a sudden the next day it's like everything just is clear. Like even when I talk to my mentor Sid or Carissa, my accountability partner, like sometimes it's a process. Like I have to talk to 5 different people, sit and digest, and then the epiphany will hit me like a few days later. So yeah, like, I don't know, talk to people, but don't expect anyone else to solve your problem, you know, because at the end of the day, you are going to feel however it is that you are going to feel. You can't control your feelings, or at least I can't. So I don't want to feel guilty about how I'm feeling, but I also don't want to rely on someone to like shift how I feel, which is also another reason why I don't want to emotionally depend on anyone like a boyfriend, because the last thing I need is for some guy to tell me, like, to be like, you know, my source of emotional fulfillment. All right, cool. Let's see. Steven, I'm using the YouTube app on Android and no problems here from the UK. Great. Dean, I'm 46 and starting life over. I want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't want to be on camera. Suggestions. By the way, you're a great inspiration. Dean, thank you. So first of all, age is nothing but a number, because with digital media, it doesn't matter how old you are. We're all learning this from the beginning. So I think it's, you know, I think most people think like, oh, you know, these teenagers and these kids, they're growing up with it, so they understand it. No, they have to learn it too. They just are learning it differently because they're like socially connecting and they're playing games. But like everyone else has to learn it the same way. So don't think you're at a disadvantage, first of all. There are plenty of resources. If you don't want to be on camera, that is totally possible. If you, let's see, I'm trying to see if I can show you an example of anything that I've created. Like depending on what your channel is about, you could do PowerPoint presentations or like Keynote if you have a Mac, and just record your screen and do tutorials that way. So like, for example, for this live stream right now, if I didn't want to show my face, what I would show you, actually I can do it right now. I would show you a Keynote. Let's see. Let me open up Keynote and then, oh, let's see, share my screen. New, yeah. Oh. Window. All right, cool. Okay, so, it's not working. But basically, like, you can record your screen, right? So just imagine instead of seeing my face, you are looking at some kind of presentation, and then like on the slide, I would have top 5 steps on how to get over a slump. And then you have the voice, you know, you record an audio file. So I'm assuming you're okay with having your voice in the video. Oh shoot. Am I still live? Oh my God. Sorry, I totally accidentally closed this. Am I still live? Okay. Am I back? Sorry, I closed the thing by accident. I hope I didn't get cut off. Okay, I think I'm still good. All right. Let's see. Where are my comments? You guys have disappeared. Arg. Oh, there you are. Okay. Let's see. By the way, you're a great inspiration. Okay, so yeah, Dean. So I hope that makes sense. I can do a tutorial on this actually. But if you tell me what do you have? Do you have a Mac or a PC? Let's start there. Okay. And when you answer that, I'll get back to you. Bovek, this is like an audio book for me. Just walk and listen. Love it. Yeah, Bovek, I've actually the first thing I ever wanted to create was a podcast. So podcast is like an audiobook, and that is definitely something I still want to do. I have the mic for it. I think I'm going to do it in April because I have a script for a series, like a 5-part series. But it's totally like unrelated to entrepreneurship. So if you sign up as a patron, you would be the first to get that content. So Steven, Heather, it says that Patreon link does not exist. Did I spell it wrong? Patreon.com/ Try this link. I must have spelled it wrong. HeatherJustCreate. Patreon. Yeah, it's patreon.com/ HeatherJustCreate, exactly like it sounds. You can also look underneath the description of this video. There's a link there too. But yeah, please check it out. And it would mean a lot to me. Okay, let's see. Okay, Dean has a Mac. Dean, all right. So there's a program on your Mac called QuickTime. Okay, it should be a default program that you have. If you don't see it in your toolbar at the bottom, then you can do Command S. Nope. Just do search. You know how to do Spotlight search on your Mac and type in QuickTime. Okay, and then it'll bring up QuickTime, which is the program that you want to use. And then through QuickTime, you could do screen capture. So you could either do a video recording, an audio recording, or a screen recording, and then have the option to also record audio. So for my classes that I made I made a class on Teachable. It was called Online Personal Branding for Teens. Most of that class is actually through like a PowerPoint. So I made the keynote presentation. It's like the PowerPoint, right? And you just create the slides as you would, whatever your topic is. And you record the screen and just do the presentation as you are recording it. So when you go to the next slide, that's like all part of the recording. And when you save that QuickTime video, it is an MP4 that you can just drag into YouTube right there. So, oh, actually, you know what would be a good example? If you watch my vlog, I think 2 videos ago, it's a tutorial on how to edit a vlog. I used QuickTime to record that because I show you a tutorial basically on how to use iMovie. So that's a perfect example. Like instead of using iMovie, you can use Keynote. Does that make sense? Cool, awesome. Hi Sid, how are you? Cool. And then Dean, if you have any other questions, just like shoot me an email or leave a comment and then I can connect with you and just tell you exactly how to do it. So yeah, all right, cool. So awesome. So I just went through my agenda. Do you guys have any other questions? Feel free to ask. I am going to edit my vlog from yesterday today. So I'm doing the daily vlog thing. I'm not going to daily vlog. This is like my cheat day is Wednesday because I'm going to be doing a live stream. So to me, this like I can't like that's like insane. So Wednesday is going to be my cheat day, but tomorrow you'll still get a video every day, right? Because Wednesday is going to be you're going to get the live stream. Tomorrow I guess you would get Tuesdays. I'll probably upload it tonight though. But yeah, it's been fun. I'm having a great time. I'm so excited for it. I can't believe I didn't do it sooner. Marshall, my email is heather@sharesparkmedia.com. I'm going to type it in the comments. There you go. Feel free to shoot me an email about anything. Yeah. So I've got like 7 more minutes. Feel free to ask me anything. I'm tempted to talk about Patreon, but I don't want to oversell you guys. It's like, jab, 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 right hook. Gary Vee's marketing motto, I guess, is give, 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 then ask. But I don't want to like ask too much, so tell me what I can give you. Sorry, Heather, that Patreon link still says it does not exist. I only see a Fox and 404. I'm using Chrome. That makes me sad. Can someone else check the link and tell me if it's working in the chat? It's just patreon.com/HeatherJustCreate. And all right, link works for Chris. So Steven, I have no idea how how about this? Google Patreon and try to get to like patreon.com. And then in Patreon, you could search for creators and then you can type in HeatherJustCreate, one word. And then you should be able to find me. Cursa, how long does it normally take you to edit your vlogs? I really should time this. I want to say it takes at least 3 hours. At least 3 hours, and I would probably say more like 3.5 because I also have to include distribution. So editing is fun, but it's the post-editing stuff that's really annoying, like coming up with a clever title and researching tags and creating the thumbnail and then uploading, and then I have to like share it on every social platform, and you know, there's a lot of like post-production stuff to do, so that's like another 30-45 minutes. Divester, hi, are you still working for Postmates? It's on and off, you know, like I do it when I feel like, oh my gosh, I have to do it. I did it a few weeks ago, but I don't have to like rely on Postmates as a major source of income anymore, just because I have other ways that are more effective per hour. So yeah, but I'm still happy that I have it as an option because I'm not stable. But you can help me by supporting me on Patreon. All right, Chris, how do you research your tags? Chris, there's a beautiful app. Well, it's not really an app. It's more of a plugin for Chrome. I think it's a plugin on Safari. It's called vidIQ, and it is a life-changing, plugin, which will tell you like, okay, let me explain this. How do I research my tags? So first of all, I pick the topic. This is why it's hard to do with daily vlogs, because I don't necessarily know what the story is for that day. But for my other videos, like how to edit a vlog, for example, for that one, I know what the topic is. I'm going to talk about how to edit a vlog. So I open up YouTube and I go to the YouTube search bar and I type in how to edit a vlog. And then I see, okay, who am I competing with? If there's like millions of other videos, then I know for sure there's no way in heck I'm gonna rise to the top, right? And then you have to think as a YouTube viewer, if you are searching for something, I think I've said this before, there was this guy in a digital marketing conference, he joked that the best place to hide a dead body is on the second page of Google search results. And I think that's true for YouTube as well. Like, I think it's rare for most YouTube viewers to click to the second page and the third page. So it's like, if you don't show up on the first page, chances are no one's gonna find your video. But the other way that you can get discovered is through like suggested videos, right? So I know a lot of you guys found me from Jermaine's channel because both of us were talking about Postmates. So after you watch like Jermaine's Postmates video, chances are mine probably popped up because we have the same titles and keywords. So so basically what I do is I just try to do research on that topic. So, and like different ways of wording it. So how to edit a vlog might be like one tag, but maybe people are typing in how to edit a vlog in iMovie, and that has less competition. So I'll change the title to be that instead. Or how to edit a daily vlog in iMovie. Maybe that has like even less competition. So I have a higher chance of being on the first page. Does that make sense? So it's a lot. Honestly, keyword research is probably what takes me the longest out of editing vlogs. And it's stupid because it doesn't even have anything to do with editing, but like the way that you have to see any kind of digital content that you create, whether it's vlogs, blogs, you know, pictures on Instagram, graphics, whatever. When you press upload, that piece of digital content is there forever. It is there forever, working for you forever, right? And if you don't optimize that piece of content, then it's not working for you as effectively as it can be. So a great example of this is my Postmates video. I uploaded that video in September and people are still watching it to this day. Okay, so like, you know, I can even pull up my analytics right now and tell you that like a couple hundred people have probably watched that Postmates video in the last 48 hours. So it's like, even though that video is like 6 months old, it's still doing work for me because I've optimized it to do that, to perform, like to constantly like reach as many people, as many new people as possible. Because, you know, like if I didn't care about increasing my reach, then I wouldn't optimize, because it would just be basically uploading content to the people who are subscribed to me, right? But I want to grow my reach. So you have to think about discoverability. Like, how do you get discovered on whatever platform you are creating digital content on? And so like Instagram, for example, you can add 30 hashtags, up to 30 hashtags. And to me, it is a complete waste if you do not use all 30 hashtags. That's 30 opportunities right there for your content to be discovered. And if you use one, it's like, that picture is going to be there always, you know, like people are always going to be searching hashtags. So I don't understand like why people don't make the most. Like, it just seems so like, come on. It's like, anyway, I'm going to stop. Okay. The issue with the link is the exclamation point at the end of it. Oh yeah, so did I include an exclamation point? Why did I do that? What exclamation point? Where did I put that? Okay, so sorry if I put an exclamation point, but yeah, patreon.com/HeatherJustCreate. Just like type it in yourself. All right. How do you motivate yourself to do the things you don't really want to do, but know you have to? That's a great question, Sid. I feel like it's one that you should answer. Let's see. Let me think about something that I don't want to do. So what I do is I block off time. And I block off time and I try to put everything on a to-do list. That way I'm not focusing so much on, God, I so don't want to do this, but more like the goal is to check off stuff off of the to-do list. Because to me, that is the most satisfying feeling in the world. It's like, oh, yes, I love it. Like, even like if I can make a to-do list of stuff that I've already done just to check it off and feel good, I do that. And so like whenever it's stuff like I have to do my taxes, I just have to block off the time, and I don't know, head down, crunch through, check off the list. Let me give you an example. Like checking email I like checking email, but the thing is when I check my email, that always adds like 20 things to my to-do list. So I like kind of secretly avoid it. But I block off time to do that. Or like YouTube comments. Like there was a point where I was getting so many YouTube comments, but I want to respond to every single one. So I actually block off time like, okay, you know, every other day for 2 hours, I have to respond to every single YouTube comment that I have not yet responded to. It's not that I don't like doing that. It takes time. So, okay. Much luck to you. Hope all work out for you. Thank you. I'll get you after my zit motor to reach out many people. My zit motor. I don't know what a zit motor is, but it sounds funny. I found you through the Postmates video. Just remembered that when you mentioned it. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people found me through that video, which makes me sad that I've been hearing a lot of, or some of you guys have been commenting that they're not doing well, which I didn't realize. I thought they were doing really good. Let's see. Good answer, Coach Heather. I will add cold calling to my to-do list. That's what I'm struggling with. Yeah, so you taught me that, Sid. Like you told me, you know, block off time. It's like for every, I don't know, 20 cold calls you have to make, and then I have like a 3% conversion, and that takes me 2 hours, for example, then you just block off the time in the day, and then you just, focus on checking it off the to-do list. Because then, like, if I focus on, like, oh my gosh, I have to cold call all these people, I'm just going to dread it. Like, it's just like, I'm going to dread going into it. So I try to focus on that, the end goal for me is a satisfying feeling of finishing. So, all right, guys. So I think that's it. I think I answered every question. Thank you for joining me today. And then I will shamelessly plug the Patreon again. Thank you so much for those of you guys who supported me. The best way that you could support me and that you have been supporting me is by watching me. The whole point is I'm a digital content creator and I create it for people. I create vlogs for people to watch. So that's like the best thing that you could ever give me. But because I'd like to continue doing this forever and for as long as I can and as much as I can, to support me through Patreon would be the best way to do this. So you'll get more content. Go check out the page. And, other ways that you can support that don't cost money are thumbs up, comments, share to people, get people to subscribe. I want to hit 3,000 subscribers as quickly as possible. I just hit 120,000 channel views a few days ago, which I'm super excited about. So, it's all on the up and up, and I'm very excited. And again, I honestly can't believe that this is like where it's going, because I had no expectations for my YouTube channel to begin with. So I'm really excited, and I really appreciate you guys watching. So yeah, all right. I'll talk to you guys later. Expect a vlog either tonight or tomorrow. Will probably be tonight. Catch you guys later. Bye.